Hello, marry me. So, I have a little booklet I want to review, and it's called Techniques of Swing-Rod Dowsing by Bill Cox. I debated whether or not I should review this because it is long out of print. It was published in the 70s. But I'm thinking, I found this, so that means you can as well, and if you find it, you will probably not need to pay a lot for it. I didn't. This is one of the many occult books that you could get mail order. And while this is before my time, I have talked to a lot of occultists that said that was always a interesting experience. Basically, you had these catalogs, and often you just had the titles of the books and then a little blurb about them. And you sent off money and you got the books in the mail. And some of them were really good and are still today basically gems that a lot of people don't bother with because they are published on really pulpy paper, and yeah, it doesn't look to be high quality, and other times the books were as bad quality as it looks, so it was really a gamble. So while I'm glad it is easier to get occult materials today, it is still interesting, this sort of mail order era of occult books. So yeah, this book concerns L-rods. This book do separate between L-rods, which are long, and what they call swing rods, which are what we usually refer to as L-rods. I should have found, I have a pair of long L-rods. Usually now, though, the term is interchangeable. You use it for both long and short L-rods. So basically you have a little index here. You have an introduction, definition of dowsing, swing rod dowsing terms, the uses for dowsing rods, the dowsing code, establishing your number code, the alphabet code, mind as a turner, guy writing rod, beginning step, positions, body arm antenna method, finding directions, dowsing the field, depth and the bishop's rule, elementary dowsing, swing rod dowsing with a witness, the witness and the sample, and dowsing the pyramid. So basically, this will give you what you need to start using L-rods. It tells you how to establish what the various replies means. It gives you some techniques both for how to walk the field with them, how to use them while sitting still, and also how to use an L-rod more or less like a pendulum. It gives you some ideas for how to use them to get numbers. You can basically use them almost like an OCHA board, where you count the number of swings to get numbers and letters. And yeah, a few methods for finding directions. Now, L-rods are much more used to walk a field and find things that way than a pendulum is, because when you're walking with a pendulum, it will swing. It's a lot harder. These are simpler. I usually use L-rods outside and pendulums inside, but it gives you some advice there. It is very good when it comes to being constant with what they call your code, which is basically what response means what to you, how to set it, and basically how to troubleshoot if you are getting bad results. It is well written for the most part. The only thing I really I could complain about there, and that is more a matter of the times rather than the book itself, is that at times far more words than is necessary is used to describe a simple thing. So to the point where it at we can become a little bit difficult to read at times. And I mean, I have several books of the same type, these mail order occult books, and a lot of those from the 60s and 70s have that sort of wording. So I believe that has more to... It's not the author that is the problem, it's that we have come to a different language culture. But it can make it a little bit slower to read, but all in all, I don't have a problem here. It's a pretty good little booklet. And I mean, if you're giving someone a pair of L-rods and you can get a hold of this booklet, it would be a very nice thing to have in that package. It really will give you everything you need to get started. Now, the worst chapter of the entire book is just thrown in there because the company that is making this booklet also make wireframe pyramids. I have one of those actually. I don't know if it is from Forces, which is this company here, which has published this guide. Because it doesn't look exactly like this, but it could be one from a later line. I have had it since I was a kid, so I got it mid-90s sometimes, and I still use it. They are very nice, but it's so obvious that this last chapter on pyramid dowsing is just added in there, because it's just not enough information to really get any good grip on pyramid energy. But I just sort of, and this you can do with our pyramids and dowsing, but I guess that's fine enough. The other chapters are pretty good. I don't think this was very expensive originally. So if they want to have a chapter in the back which is just basically ads, I think that's fine enough. It doesn't say what it originally cost. So yeah. This is a good little guide. There is one funny thing though. There's advertisements for these pyramids in the back. And it has this picture here. See this nice late 70s lady there. The problem is, look at how she holds that bird. Yeah, I mean, I've seen birds that likes to be gently stroked, and it could be that is what she's doing, and the camera has just caught her at a bad moment, but it really looks like she's holding that bird like that. Have another grape, you little feathered fuck. So, yeah, apparently, these pyramids are a great place to sit and torture your pet bird. So yeah, that is a little bit of a funny picture. I like this little guide. It's a fun little novelty, and it do give a good bit of information on the use of L-rods. I knew most of the information before, but if you are new to L-rods, I can actually recommend tracing this down. And that is my review of Techniques of Swing-Rod Dowsing by Bill Cox, and it is published by Forces. The guides to turn to for dowsing manuals, and pyramids to sit in while torturing your pets. So yes, hope you've enjoyed this review. Have a great day, and blessed be.